YouTube, it's your boy Nathan 5-star from Smith's Hair Studio. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to give yourself an ultimate skin fade and shape up your hair to get them real sharp edges. I'm going to be showing you how to cut your hair from the beginning right to the end. All the tips and tricks you need to get that precision cut. So right now we've closed the lever. We're cutting the sides and we're taking it down into a diagonal line so it goes around the back of the head. We've started from the top of the eyebrows going straight around. Also guys, make sure that you let the blade do most of the work. Let the machine do most of the work. You don't want to press too hard where you're cutting the back of your head. For the best performance, try to keep your clippers clean at all times. Sometimes you might have to keep going over the same area to get the tough hair. It's okay. The goal is to make sure that the bald line is as straight as possible. It doesn't need to be perfect. I like to start my bald line right at the ridge of the occipital of my head. I recommend everyone who does this to use two mirrors. A bathroom mirror and a side mirror so you can cover the back of your head completely. The mirror should be sort of big, about 5 foot tall and about 2 foot wide, so you can see your whole head, one mirror to the other. As you guys can see, I'm using a back mirror to make sure I get the lines matching the left side to the right side. Here guys is a level 1 clip attachment. So I'm putting this clip attachment onto my Wahl Legends and I'm going to leave it up. With my level 1 open guard, I'm going to be going along the whole of the side of my head. From the bald line straight up about 3 inches. I'm going to be keeping that width all around my whole head. This is going to be the first layer. As you can see, I'm holding down my ear just to be safe, and I'm using both of the mirrors to make sure I get that consistent line all the way around. Also, be sure to comb down your hair, as your hair may move in a direction where you may prevent yourself from making a big mistake. As you can see, I'm going over the same areas. This is just so we can keep a nice gradient all the way around. When it has the same grade all the way around, the fade will come out a lot more crispy and a lot more smooth. Alright now guys, we're bringing it up to a 1. So we're closing the lever and now we are working on the second layer. As you can see, we're going about 2 inches up. We're going to try not to go into the last layer that we've done too much. But as we are fading, we're going to come into the first layer halfway up. Also, I would advise you, when you're fading your own hair, only use the corner of the machine. As you can see, I'm using the corner of the machine to shave my hair all the way around. This will prevent you from causing a lot of unnecessary lines that may ruin your skin fade. Just imagine that your hair is the pencil and the machine is the rubber and you're just tapping away at the edges. So we're going to take it down to a half. So we're doing a third layer now. We're doing a half and we're going to do the same thing. What we're doing here is we're cutting the hair, but we're cutting about just under an inch. As you can see, I'm still using the edge of the machine, and I'm using the corner to hit the line all the way around until the line is completely gone. Make sure you comb down the hair again. After you've done your layer, always comb down the hair. Here I've got my level 1.5 clip, and I'm putting it on my machine with the lever all the way up. As you can all see here with the 1.5 clip, we are literally going over the edge of the first layer that we initially done. Here it is again with the comb. If you haven't got a comb, you can use a brush, it will do the same thing. Alright, that side is looking complete. Now it's time for the next side. Yep, I haven't done the other side yet. So we're using a level 1 clip again. We're going to pull it on the machine, and we're going to make sure that the guard is open. We're going to be doing the same thing here. 3 inches as the first layer all the way around. As you can see, my 2 mirrors are still in place, and I'm using both of them to make sure I execute the fade effectively. Yep, there you go again, using the other mirror. You can see we're using a comb once again, making sure all of the hair is combed down so we get the same grade all the way around. Make sure, guys, do not forget about the grade. Alright, we're taking the level 1 guard off of the machine, and we're bringing the lever all the way down, so we are cutting as a half. Again, using the corner of the machine, and we're cutting halfway up into the first initial layer that we have done. Make sure you hold down the ear to protect yourself. As you can see, I'm still using the corner of the machine to make sure that the fade is nice and balanced and clean. Using a 1.5 clip, and I'm putting it on the machine, and I'm bringing the lever all the way up. As you can see, I'm just going over the edges of the initial first layer, and I'm just taking off of the bulk so the fade lays down nice and smooth. Sometimes you will have to go over the same area just to take off the stubborn hair so you can get the fade that you want. It is good to do all-round checks throughout the whole entire haircut, just so you can see the areas that might need a bit more attention. I noticed some other areas where there's a bit of bulk, so I'm going to be going over it a bit more just to make sure it sits down smooth. Make sure you always comb around your whole head or brush around your whole head just so you can see imperfection, so you can go over them one more time just like I'm doing here. Alright, so here I've got the 1.5 clip. I'm putting it on my machine just so I can cut down the hair at the front of my shape up line. When the hair is cut low on the shape up line, it leaves the shape up looking a lot more crispy and it will last a lot longer. Gotta make sure you also comb down the hairs which you have faded up, just so you can see the natural line. As you can see, I've cut down maybe about 2 inches of the shape up line. Try your best not to go too far back. Here, I'm about to do my shape up. You can use any shape up clipper, but I use the Andy Slimline Pro. When I do my shape up, I always start from the same corner. I work my way up to the center and then I move on to the other corner. Make sure I don't go too far back on my hairline, and I'm very delicate about the pressure that I apply to the shape up. So I'm beginning my shape up from the opposite corner. As you can see, I keep doing the shape up, then I check to make sure that both of the corners are aligned with each other, and then I continue. Now I'm happy with the shape of the hairline and how aligned it is with both corners. I'm just going to touch up the edges to make sure I have a sharper effect. I would advise, if this is your first time doing your own hairline, to maybe go over it just once, and as time goes on and you get better and better with your hand-eye coordination, you can then go over it more times to make sure it is sharper. Now I'm going to be doing the edges of the hairline just to make sure that the line from the eyebrows and the initial hairline is nice and straight. Try your best not to push that line back, the small line on the edges. Here we're just going over the arch and we're creating a curve. Yeah, the curve could be the same distance from the eyebrows to the corner and from the corner to your hairline. As you can see, I looked at both of the corners to make sure that they were in line. This is all about symmetry. Alright, my shape up has now been completed. I'm just showing you an all round of the fade that I done. Yep, I'm happy with that. Make sure you subscribe as I'm going to be releasing a beard video very soon. YouTube, thank you. This is my whole haircut. If you like the haircut that I done today, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you comment. Let me know your views and I'll get back to you as soon as.